I really feel like I'm never gonna get a job again. Like, I'm so scared because, like, I have been unemployed for 3 months. I'm not eligible for unemployment because I just moved here. I am so stressed out. Like, this has never happened to me before. Like, I've always had a job. Like, I was an honor student, like, third in my class, so successful in high school and college. And I have a bachelor's degree in poli-sci. I have 2 years of experience in mental health. I'm a great worker. I'm so organized. But nobody will even give me an interview. And I was crying on the phone with my mom because I was like, what if I literally can't find a job? Like, I've been applying for months. Like, I literally can't find anything. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, am I just gonna live with my parents for the rest of my life? Because, like, I'm not kidding you, I literally cannot get an interview anywhere. And I have applied to hundreds, if not thousands, of jobs in the past few months. I literally don't know what to do. Like, I'm genuinely so scared. Like, I really am terrified. Like, I don't know what is happening in the world right now, but, like, I am a good candidate. I don't know what's happening.
For anyone ripping that girl apart saying the job market's not that bad, earlier this year I'm looking for a job, okay?
I'm sorry, anyone saying that the job market is not that bad, you're lying. When I came back from working for 4 years in China, I worked as a manager for 40 teachers, 7 English campuses, over 3,000 students who were making millions of dollars a year in my, in our budgeting. And I was very successful in my role. I have clear credentials, etc. to back that all up. I still managed for more than 1 year living in Canada to not find any employment over $23 an hour. The most pay I got was from a summer camp that is a non-for-profit arts and culture center. So obviously they're not going to pay me a lot, but I love that camp very much. And I've been a ride or die for them, and I would do it for not that much money anyway. But I digress. I was used to getting a very, very decent salary before and had an immense amount of responsibility. And in Canada, I could barely even get interviews for entry-level teaching positions at a English teaching center that could guarantee like 10 to 15 hours per week if I was lucky at $20 an hour. I'm telling you, that is the only jobs I could find, because easier jobs with less skills required wouldn't even give me a shot. And management positions or senior management positions, which is what I was qualified to do, were never going to hire me having not worked for their company or not worked in the Canadian teaching system for whatever reason. So after a year of literally barely surviving, I decided that I was just going to do my own thing. I do own my own business now. I have my own little teaching school with my own little private clients, and I'm making about as much money for less physical class time, but obviously it's still not enough. I have way more freedom and happiness in my soul, of course, but it has taken me like almost a whole other year just to make my business make me any money, like not just barely surviving, you know what I mean? To any of you out there who are seeing people say things like, if you want to get more money, if you want to do good for yourself, like, you just got to work harder, apply more places, you got to hustle. Yeah, a lot of people are hustling, and a lot of people are still seeing no results from that hustle. And that's the hard part. That's the disheartening part. Not everyone can just get jobs because so-and-so's mommy or who or whatever introduced them to it, which is where nearly all the positions I hear of how they were introduced to that position was through a family member, through a friend, through something. So once again, if you're struggling, if you feel like it's really, really difficult to find a job right now, it is as difficult. It is as difficult as you think it is. So give yourself some patience, give yourself some love, because it's tough out there for everyone, okay? Including those who are university educated, including those who are not, including those who have a skills trade. Everything is difficult right now. So, well, anyway, keep on going. Love ya.
I'm just going to do this long form. So, I just met with a black woman who gave me some really nice career advice. And it was a great conversation. As far as, you need to find your passion, you need to find this. I'm like, I know my passion. I just can't be paid from it, And the thing was, like, I came from fashion design. I did fashion design since 2012. And I'm still doing freelancing, right? But I'm like, at this point, I just need to pay my bills, right? I can't get hired in retail. I can't get hired in customer service. I can't get hired in, the most basic shit. Not with my resume. Not with my resume. And not even if I redo my resume. I'm like, I have a retail resume, but I haven't worked retail since 2015. I'm like, what am I supposed to do when I have bills to pay? This is so frustrating. And I get, like, her conversation was very helpful about, career and goals and reshaping your life, and I get that, but I am exhausted. I am exhausted with going on 2-round interviews at places. I am exhausted with trying to convince people that I can do whatever job they put in front of me. I am exhausted. I don't have to be passionate about, whatever role that I'm going towards, or even 100% passionate about. Like I've applied for a lot of consumer focus, or I guess customer service focused jobs, but maybe a little bit higher up. But like, one job just kept trying to convince me how boring it was on the 2nd round interview that they made me come in for. Like, oh, it's boring. It's so boring. And I'm like, fashion is not always fun. I just want a job. Like, I can write a report. I can put together a PowerPoint. I can talk to people. I can motivate people. I can come up with a bunch of different ideas. I don't want to have to hustle every damn time. I want the security of just being able to pay my mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You want somebody who is going to be here. Like, girl, I just want security. I'm going to do whatever the fuck you need me to do. And trying to convince people that I can do basic things with 13 years of fucking fashion design on my resume is hard as shit. I am getting very frustrated. And like, the only other option is freelancing. But then you have to hunt down people and find more freelance gigs to be consistent. And so I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. I probably should call my sisters and have this conversation, and I will.
I am feeling so burnt out. I'm just really ready for a new role. I'm just going to easy apply to any job that I see and see if that sticks. Here's 10 jobs that I like. I really don't feel like updating my resume, so we'll see. Oh my gosh, I have 5 interviews already. That's amazing. Haven't interviewed in a while, but I'm just going to wing it. No need to prep. Okay, 3 job offers. Which one is best? They're all virtual. They all pay $150,000, and I get a sign-on bonus. I guess I'll pick the one that has the best retirement and PTO policy. Okay, I'm dressed for the day. I've updated my resume specifically for each job posting, including keywords. I put it through ChatGPT, and I hired a resume writer. There's no way I'm not going to get a job offer soon. Okay, I'm just going to easy apply, and then I'm going to spend some time actually looking at what companies are hiring for. Application number 144 for the month. Okay, I think I'm just going to DoorDash and apply to Starbucks for the insurance while I continue to apply to jobs. Application number 357 today. 4 interviews, 0 offers. Interview request? For what? When did I even apply to this job? I don't think I want to do that. What on earth is going on here?
The whole process of searching for a job feels like that's the most miserable phase. Anybody that you just see that is unemployed need a hug, because like on a normal day, let's say if the whole economy was better, like we're not even dealing with this type of stuff, still it's not easy being in a job search, because you're just laying down there, you're thinking about possibly, let's say you don't even have bills that you're worrying about, or you're like, you need to get a job, right? Like you have bills, you're already worrying, like I just need to get a job. You're stressed on that part. Yes, you have so much time to be at home, you're chilling, like you don't have anywhere to go to, but those bills, when they start staring at you, because remember in America you're constantly kept in the shackles of bills, so you literally have to pay those things, and then you just sit down there you're thinking, and maybe the month that you're even receiving unemployment is about to be over, then you have to sit down and be dealing with this mess. You're dealing with applying for jobs and hoping that somebody will actually interview you, and then when they interview you, you might just be in the wrong hand. Somebody who's just going to be demanding for so many bullshit, or might take months and months before they even give you a response and tell you they're not even going to hire you. Or you deal with people who would be asking for so much. They want you to have so much experience, a lot of activities or job that you are supposed burden in the job that you're supposed to carry on your shoulder. Yet they are not even paying you enough.
I'm gonna tell you right now, people can't find no work. They can't find no job because they giving all the jobs to people that they already built relationships with. Majority of hiring managers are hiring people that they either one, know, two, have built a relationship with, three, somebody has sent a referral on their behalf that they trust, or they've made some type of connection. A lot of these applications that are being picked over the ones that are not being picked is primarily, one, because your application and resume, it looks poor probably, or two, because they already had a candidate in mind when they posted the job application or the job opening, but legally they have to post the opening anyway. So they already gonna pick who they gonna pick. You see what I'm saying? Why does this matter to you? Well, it will behoove you to start going out to build relationships with people who are aligned with the position that you want, especially for you people who want like a top level position. Go find out who is in charge. Go build a connection.
Because connections will get you in doors that your experience can't. You know the saying, it's not about how much you know or what you know, it's more about who you know. Yeah, that's still true. In 2024, that's more truer than it's ever been in life. Go build a relationship.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but LinkedIn and Indeed are not the only places to find jobs. There are other websites, and this is my favorite website, especially if you're looking for a remote job where you don't need to leave your house. This website is great because you don't need to do much. You just put in a couple information and it matches you with the jobs that interest you, matches the level that you're at as well. So let me show you guys. Let me stop talking. Let me show you.
So this is Ada.com. I found it through a coworker, and her daughter got a job through it, and she got a job through it. So you just input a couple information like your location, the type of job that you're looking for, you know, how many years of experience you have in that specific role, your salary expectations. You can adjust it as you see fit based on what you're looking for, and then ask you about the industries that you kind of want to work in. Just a couple information, and then immediately it lists a couple jobs that you can scroll through and see what you want to apply for. That's exactly what you're looking for. So try it.
It's not a coincidence that you keep seeing people right here on this For You page telling you that they have applied to literally thousands of jobs and can't seem to secure one.
I applied to over 200 jobs last year, and guess where I'm currently still working? At the place that I had this job for since 2021. I made a video on my page talking about how Indeed was not working for me. It wasn't. That video has 5 million views. Half the views are people saying they experienced the same thing as me. Half the views are people saying, oh, you're dumb, you don't know how to use Indeed. It's never happened to me. What I've learned about Indeed is that with certain fields, it definitely works. If you're in tech, the medical field, engineering, probably something else, I've heard that you get great results from in there. If you're in like the marketing or creative field, you have to pay attention because there's a lot of scams out there. Another thing people are saying is, I always go to the job, to the website, and I go to the website every single time, and actually that's way more efficient. But I want y'all to understand, doing these job applications is not just the easy task. Some of those easy applies you can't even easy apply to, and I would suggest everybody read the descriptions. In the bottom, they'll be like, don't easy apply to this or else your application will be disregarded. Does it look like anybody has time to play games right now? If you want people to go to your website, don't put it on easy. I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry to tell you. I mentioned that ever since I had my resume on Indeed, I was getting all these spam phone calls from jobs I hadn't even applied for. And people were saying, well, turn off the contact thing. I went to turn it off because why was it already off? And as soon as I deleted my Indeed account, guess who stopped getting them calls? I just hope y'all make it out here because we don't have time for games.
Why is it so hard to find a job? Why is everybody around me getting a job and working towards their life purpose, and I'm here getting rejected time after time after time after time? I'm educated, I'm well-spoken, I'm well-presented, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, and I have been getting a no after no after no for the past 2 years. Even the job that I did get last year, I got made redundant after 2 months. And this year I've been applying, going to interviews, doing everything correctly, and still I get a no. The last job that I went to was a hostess job at a restaurant in Mayfair, and I got rejected from that too. So what the fuck am I doing wrong? I just don't get it. I don't understand why I'm doing everything wrong. And it's so hard to feel positive and keep on going and just being like, okay, I can do this. Maybe like I'm being steered in another direction. Maybe God is trying to give me a sign. But I feel so alone because I don't see the signs. I don't see what I'm supposed to do. I've been applying every day. I applied to 30 fucking jobs. Every day, like, I'm on my shit. I message people on LinkedIn, the hostess job. I DM the restaurant on Instagram because I wanted to raise my chances of getting the interview. Went to the trial shift. The trial shift was really good. Nothing went wrong. I did everything correctly, but I still got a no. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, where am I supposed to go at this point? Because I don't know how much I have it in me to keep on staying positive. Because they have successfully broken me down to feel so worthless, so lazy, so stupid. I'm like, what is it? So I want everybody to give me an advice. How are they getting jobs? Because people around me are getting jobs, but I can't get a job. So then I'm thinking, does that mean that I have to move back to Sweden and live there maybe? Because my time in London is done. Maybe that's the sign that you should move out. But London is my home. But it can't be my home anymore because I can't afford to live here. And it's just so hard because I understand if I didn't have the qualifications. But I do, and I'm still not good enough. And I never get feedback on why. Even when they made me redundant, it wasn't a real reason. It wasn't like, oh, you're not doing your job properly, or you're doing this wrong, that wrong. No reason was given. I was just good enough. And it's like, how do people do this? I don't know what to do. Like, I'm starting to have really bad thoughts, and very dark things are starting to appear in my mind that I don't want to be that person. But at the same time, I want to work. It's not I don't want to work. I want to work. I want to work. I want to be productive. I want to work towards a goal. But I just don't know how people are going about it. So yeah.
I applied to 100 jobs in 5 days, and this is what I learned. A lot of jobs are now asking you to put your salary expectation in the application. First of all, no, I will still find a way to get around that, but I just don't like that. A lot fewer roles are requiring you to apply using Workday, which thank God, because I have never loved using Workday. I just never loved putting in my resume only to put in my resume again in your text boxes. I also learned that between searching for the next job to apply to, seeing whether or not to apply to it, and then applying to it, that all takes me about 6 minutes. I also see that some companies limit the amount of jobs that you can apply to, and not like a limit of like 20, more like 3. It really sucks because I may truly think that 3 roles are perfect for me, so I'll apply to them, but then you create a job tomorrow that is perfect, and now
The whole process of application, create a new account, do this, do that. You create a new account for every website you see, every job that you're trying to apply for. Imagine you're trying to apply for about 600 jobs, 700 jobs. You're creating an account for those jobs. They're trying to ask you or give you tests to do, a whole practice test to answer all those long things just for a job that will maybe most likely send you an automated email right maybe 2 minutes after and tell you that, oh, you just been picked for that job, or might even take some days and still reject you. You're in the worst time a person can ever dream of or imagine. Like, scams have increased. Like, the scams when a lot of people are actually not doing well, when they're struggling with money, and it's like we're getting in a place where everybody's desperate for anything. You're applying for jobs, you're gonna be getting emails from scammers, people who literally just want to scam you. They're just trying to harass you with a bunch of emails. And how I even kind of peep that there's just so many scams. When you're applying for jobs, you notice that the emails you're getting and receiving, some of them, instead of actually when companies were like, when it's a real company, I've noticed that they are not trying to market the job to you. When somebody reached out to me with an email and I see that, I notice that, oh, I'm kind of getting like a marketing, like somebody is trying to market this job to me, like you're telling me about the pay, so like you're trying to advertise the pay, because most of these companies that are real, most of them don't even want to tell you how much they're going to pay. You have to beg them, literally beg them to tell you how much they pay for that particular role for some jobs. But yeah, I noticed that with that, you just be saying stuff like this job actually pays, $35 an hour, like this is what we do. So it's more kind of like advertised, like they're advertising it to you in your email, and that's just most likely like 9 times out of 10 I've noticed those are scams. Made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. And subscribe to the channel if you're watching me for the very first time, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. We'd love to see what you think about this video, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.